Well folks, it's me Mr Cheap Munch, and welcome to another edition of Cheap Recipes. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a beef Wellington out of a nice rump steak. Now what I'll do with this is because I like mine quite rare and my fiance likes hers well done, so I'll be cutting that in two and making two small individual ones. This is from Asda, of course, in their 3 for £10 range. This is quite a nice budget meal. You don't need a lot for it. So I've got that, the rump steak, nice, how heavy is this? 256 grams. I've got myself a nice large selection of mushrooms here. We have two, I can't remember the name of these. Two large field, two small field. I can't remember the name of these. Chestnut mushrooms, that's the ones. Right, first off, let's get this open. Get it on the cook. There you go. It's a nice thick piece of meat there. I'll be halved about there, and I'll make two individual beef Wellingtons there. Just washing my hands a minute. Now with the mushrooms, folks, we need to cut them up really small, because what we want to do with the mushrooms, we want to cook as much of the moisture out of them as possible. So I just like to de-stalk them first, makes them a bit easier to cut up. And there we go. Alright, I'm quite sure you don't need to see me show you how to cut up mushrooms, and I shall be back and show you as soon as they're all done. Thank you. Now folks, you can see all the mushrooms are nicely chopped up now. Bit of size on them. This isn't in the recipe for normal beef Wellington, but I like to add a bit of garlic salt just for extra flavour. I mean, you're supposed to add salt anyway, just so you can draw the moisture out. This is just for the extra flavour of it, like I said. Give that a nice little shake. And a nice drizzle of oil. That's it folks, nothing fancy in my meals. Good old traditional vegetable oil. And away you go. The sound you can hear at the moment, the hissing in the background, is the steak cooking, and the mushrooms are going to go on now. I shall invite you back as soon as the steak is ready to cut. One little extra addition I forgot to show you is this, which is just the shop bought puff pastry. As soon as the steak's done, that's going to be cut in half. We'll then surround the steak with the cooked mushrooms, and then it'll be ready. Right, here you go folks, that is two halves of that steak. That one there is my fiance's, and that one there is mine. You see there's a lot of juice come off. What I like to do with this is I like to actually stick it in with the mushrooms. You hear that going? That adds like a whole different dimension to the mushrooms. And a bit of a stir. Right. Now I just have to leave the mushrooms cooking while the meat cools down, and I shall see you back for probably one of the last steps. Folks, we're back a couple of minutes later now. Well, a couple of minutes, quite a little while later now. The mushrooms are nice and done, as you can see. Cooked off as much moisture as I can from them. Everything's nice and cool now. I've left the pastry out a little bit so that it goes nice and dry on the inside, and left the plastic covering on the other side so it's still nice and malleable. Want it as dry as you can, because otherwise when you're cooking it, any excess moisture is just going to soak into this and make it soggy basically. So first off, I need to stick a little bit of the mushroom mixture on there, and a little bit on this one. Spread out to about roughly the size of a piece of steak you're using. On that, and over there. I don't master at this. Yeah, I used to be a chef and all, but this wasn't the type of stuff I used to cook. I used to be a breakfast chef, so I just done the people's breakfasts in the morning, the simple stuff, the sausages and the eggs and the bacon and the tomatoes and all. But I am pretty good at what I do. So there we go. That's one done. Oh, am I blocking you there? Not that you can't tell what's going on anyway. So there we go. Put it in my fridge so I can get come on, milk. There we go. Small amount of milk. You just need to do the edges of this. Milk is one. Over we go. Now try and get it nice and tight, because any excess and then will cause the soggy pastry effect again. Let's just crimp that nicely. Yes, I could get my knife and do this part, but can't be bothered. And there we have it. There's one. Make sure to make some holes in the top, just some steam to escape. And that is your one individual beef Wellington. I hope you've enjoyed this series. Cooking wise, sorry, just have a quick mention of that. Cooking wise, you just need to stick this in the oven on 200 in a fan assisted electric oven for 30 minutes, and that should come out. Also give it a milk or egg wash over the top when you stick it in, and it'll come out nice and brown and crispy. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Cheap Recipes. Oh, sorry, I've got a bit of indigestion today. And I shall see you on either the next cheap recipe or cheap munch. Goodbye, folks.